Welcome back, guys. Greetings, everyone. We are here with another round of the GP4 DTM OC Championship, and this time we're gonna visit the track in France called Paul Ricard. I apologize for my absence from the latest race, but I was sick and I had quite a few problems. But in that way, at least Waldinger and maybe Zorbach could comment it together. I'm not sure about the second person who was next to Bence. But anyways, I watched back the broadcast, and it was pretty amazing. The race itself, and also how they commentated. Seems like I should learn something new from them. Anyways, let's start the qualifying soon because I think it's time for this. And yes, that we're gonna have a little rain around the end of the session, and let's not forget about the fact that this is Thomas Andersson's last race here. Because he won that little contest of the GP4, not GP4, the GP2 seat, because there was a little contest for GP4. Okay, wait, I can't speak. I just can't speak because that little absence of mine just made me forget English again. So another driver were banned from GP2 because of reasons. I don't really want to go into the facts and into the informations why. And this is why the other drivers had a chance to just apply to the GP2 seat. And Thomas Andersson won that little challenge, and this is why he can continue his career in the second tier. And since he can continue his career in the second tier, he might have a good chance to be able to go to the top tier in 1 or 2 years. We will see about that. But once you are in GP2, and once you are doing some good races, your chances are getting higher and higher. Yes, Felix, you can listen to my commentary even though it's gonna be basically the same as I'm usually commentating. It's gonna be no difference. Usually I'm trying to give my best. Usually I try to tell some facts and tell some information about the drivers, about the old or the new ones. Let's see if Thomas will win this race or will be at least in the top 3. We will see that tomorrow. But it's a bit, but let's not go that fast because the qualification didn't get over yet. Here we can see Luca Farina who's going to retire from the GP4 OC series at the end of the season. It was quite a surprising one for me. Ever since I'm not sure he spent too much time in that community. And maybe he was at DTM before. I'm not really sure about that, but I'm really sure he was at Formula E. Then he got promoted to DTM. And I thought he gonna try to fight more. Trying to reach a little more. It was unexpected from him to choose that step and decide to retire from the whole series. No, I'm not sad. I'm just, well, yes, I just can't really get myself together as for commentating in English. Because, whenever I miss a week or maybe more, then my skills are getting poorer. This is why I should practice and keep practicing. It's a bit different to commentate in my native language and commentate here in English. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the race itself. And wait, is that rain we can see? Yes, this is rain. It started raining, or it's the graphical glitch. I'm not even sure about that. GP4. Yes, it seemed to be a graphical glitch. After the replays, it seemed to have fixed. Or no? Not really sure, to be honest. But to be sure about some other facts, Farina is completing the first corners, and yes, it was a graphical glitch. It was weird because the GP4 prediction about the weather is always 100% or nearly always 100%. This is why it was weird that it suddenly started raining, but this kind of rain won't affect the drivers or the track at all, fortunately. If I sound sad, maybe I am because I'm hungry. This is the only reason. And please, guys, let's not make the Hungary jokes because I definitely have the mood for it now. It's a 35.2 sector which is starting with. Honestly, I don't really like to commentate this track or the races on this track. It's like the whole track for me is really boring. And even though usually the DTM races here are not the most boring ones, so I was a bit sad that I had to miss Silverstone because Bence and maybe Zorbach had a really good chance to commentate a good race and at a legendary track. So I felt sorry about that. But let's hope this race here at France going to be better. And I apologize, guys. I really apologize, but I'm gonna disappear for a minute or two. Um, be right back. And I am back. Apologize. It's just a side effect of my sickness, which is keep hunting me a little. So this is why I just disappeared now. And as I can see, the drivers already completed their laps, and George Roque is leading the whole pack now. Roque is doing some great qualification as always with a 36. And yes, this is a new version. And yes, this is a new version of the track as I can see with the new pit entry. So it's good to see that Flow upgraded the track. They are using a new version. Bennett is second. He's also someone who is not really used to be on those good places where, well, that's a bit true to see. And no, it's the old pit lane entry. I'm apologizing about that because I've oops, and we have a little traffic jam in the pits as usually. Yes, when I came back, I thought it's the new version of the track, so no. Yes, but when I was coming back, then I saw the line curving in the way that made me believe that it's the new version of the track. Apologize about that. I really have to get myself together again and just forget about and get rid of some things what could make me talk and think about the whole race. Currently want to get out, but he can't because of the other cars. Because of that, Foyne is overtaking him. And even though this is the last season of Farina, he should try to get at least a podium. with these cars, it's really possible for everyone to get at least a podium in the season. And what I love and what I'm happy for, David Kipok won the last race. That means 6 different winners and 6 races. We are going slowly towards the record. What I was just mentioning at Algarve, which race was terrible, and I really hope nothing like that race will happen ever again here in the GP4 OC, because it was just terrible, maybe the worst DTM race that I've ever seen. But if we look at the history of the Paul Ricard Grand Prix, we have no place to argue, to just complain. We always had good races. Sometimes it was really boring. The track characteristic is boring and it's annoying for me, but this is not making it a lie that we can see pretty good races here. And yeah, I know it's just pretty. Oops. Yeah. So let's talk about the real Formula One now, as Fine is completing his new lap. And what do you guys think about the first practices? Because we could see Vettel crash, another Renault engine blowing up, Bottas nearly spinning on it, likewise Gasly. Fine is getting held up by Roke, so that's that lap is already ruined by him. Fine wanted to overtake him. Roke didn't leave the space, so Fine just backed out. Then we could see Bottas and Grosjean come together. Like we are slowly getting used to these kind of actions by him. I mean by Grosjean. And we can slowly get used to Vettel spinning or crashing the car, unfortunately. Let's hope this is the end of his car season, and maybe at 2020 he will be able to drive the car faster, better, be more stable, and a little more competitive. Because, we could see him going down more and more through the season, then arguably either the team won him the Singapore GP or he won it for himself after not letting his teammate overtake him in the last 20 laps or 30, I'm not sure. But then he went downhill once again, and here we are. Well, I think it was Grosjean who caused the collision with Bottas because Bottas went to the inside, and even the guy is going for the inside, and even if it's a free practice, you should look at the mirror and see the driver is coming, because we're not talking about that Grosjean was already at the apex and Bottas just got next to him for a second. He got next to him at least for 4 seconds or 3, and then Grosjean just turned the car into Bottas and he had no chance to avoid it. So this is my opinion about the crash. And lots of people, mainly lots of Hungarians, are complaining about that Grosjean shouldn't be there. Also, Adam Wolf is improving to 4th. Ibobo is to 10th. These improvements are always comes handy mainly for the drivers, but also can give us some surprise. For example, Adventure now. And most of the drivers who are coming are keeping improving. Yes, for example, Paraki now to 8. It's pretty cool. Oh, fuck Ruzane. Yes, everyone is improving. Seems like the track is getting better and better because every drivers who are coming now except Bennett are improving, even if a lot, even if not that much. Barros is coming. Nope. So yes, it's interesting that at some of the track every driver are improving. Then at some nobody at the second or the third wave. Now we can see Boyman. Boyman is taking pole position so far, a provisional pole position by 25 thousandths of a second, and this is my chat. You can hear squeaking. Yes, Boyman is showing us again that he's a way more complex and a way more better driver than he used to be at 2015. Zontag! Wow. The German dude is showing off once again. Now with the third position so far. Boyman might be the first guy who is doing a triple pole position this season. I mean, he's the first one who could break that pole record because there were five different places and five different pole sitters. But then Rogue came and Rogue took the record away by making himself the first doubler. Also, Turvik improved to 17th position. And believe it or not, because of the last race, what Kupok won, Rogue became second and Fakrezane third. Because of Rogue's 1 and 2 at Algarve and Silverstone, he's leading the championship. And Rivki Fakrezane is coming as second with the same amount of points as Rogue. He's not leading, even though Rogue and Fakrezane both have 1-1 win. Rogue have a second place and Fakrezane having a third place. And since Rogue is having the better podium position, he's leading the championship. Also, Turvik following him, Thomas Anders and Julius Anderson fourth and fifth. They are all having 20 points, like Turvik, Anderson, and the other Anderson as well. Thomas retired at the last Grand Prix, and Julius came home at P5. 5, yes? And I'm wondering if Thomas Anderson can finish this race. I mean, this race at Paul Ricard on the podium. It would be a really nice goodbye to him in that way. Yep. Honestly, I miss commentating the race. Like, you guys might know how difficult to commentate a qualification because not only because I'm alone, but because I commentated qualification with Jamie back at Turkey. Well, it was better because there were both of us talking, but the qualify itself was boring like this. I just, you know, I can try to talk continuously about something, telling you stories, telling you jokes, telling you my life story, but it will make it better. It's just gonna be 22 cars going in circles on a track, trying to set better and better times. Sometimes with glitch graphics, sometimes with normal graphics, and we can see someone improving, someone just not be able to do a better lap, like now who was getting held up. So yeah, I'm really looking forward for tomorrow's race. And I wonder if we can hold that race at 8 p.m. or we have to move the race. Looking at my time zone and about the quali, it shouldn't be a problem because in my time zone it starts at 2 p.m. Yes, I mean one should qualifying would be better maybe. I'm not sure to be honest. And yes, okay, so there is gonna be at 7 p.m. GMT at here at the GMT plus one time zones. Obviously, it's 8 p.m. I mean, one should qualies would be hmm, would be faster for sure, but there would be drivers who would get held up and getting ruined their laps, and in that way, for example, one or two competitive driver would start outside from the top 17. Maybe that would be unfair. Maybe that would be not the best choice. as for the rules, but we could try it. We must try out everything in order to see if they are working or if they are not. Seems to be a good lap from Farina. Well, not really. Unfortunately, only P15. And what do you guys think? Who might be able to win the tomorrow's race if everything stays like that as for top 5? So Boyman, Rogue, Zontag, Bennett or Adventure might be the one who will be able to win the race tomorrow. I just want to hear your guesses. Oh, okay, some of the drivers are improving now. And maybe that was Bennett who came. First Paraki came to P7, then Karanti to 10th, then Vedrina came to 4th. The times are getting better and better. As I came back, Qpok just went basically backwards. Duncan 16th, Bennett not improving at all. Also, it's so funny that as I'm coming back, some of the drivers are getting lost again. If I was just, cursed to them or something. And I also wonder if Rogue will be able to win again, even though he won once. I don't know if it's possible for him to win twice or 3 times this season, mainly because of the cars, because of the strong field. And here is our driver doing his last appearance. Not yet, but in today's race. And Anderson is taking pole position in style. He wants to say goodbye in style. Only by 26,000, not 26, wait, it's like 2.5 tenths. 2.5 tenths. He's showing who's the boss and how to drive a DTM car. He's showing how talented he is. Wow. So far in the championship, he's having 3 podiums out of 6 races. So 50% of all the races he could do. He always took some pole positions, yet he didn't win. I am wondering if he can win this last race, showing that if he wouldn't have gone GP2, he would be able to win the championship. I want to see him show that. I think the DTM field gonna lose a very talented driver, and the GP2 will get a driver like that. I think Anderson might go with a pretty good chance to go to Formula One at 2018. Not 2016, not 2017. I mean, because some of the drivers already compete in GP2. But maybe, oops, another traffic jam. So yes, maybe at 2018 we can see him already having a seat at the top tier. Here comes McCarthy, the guy who's being last. But we can say that he's a bad driver because he just showed us it 2016 how he can improve and how he can get some great results once he's in the rhythm, he's in the groove. And he's having a win already from the Czech Republic. I wonder if Silverstone or Brno was the better race. I'm not sure though, because I was watching Silverstone. We had many crashes, many drivers retiring from the race. But I don't know if Brno or Silverstone gonna be the one who is taking the race of the year so far. One thing is for sure, this DTM series is long. We have lots of races, and seemingly McCarthy gonna hold up someone coming behind him. Yep, that's gonna be Viggo Horst. Oh, Horst! What did Horst do? He just made an amazing overtake. Yes, because McCarthy pushed the brake because someone came out in front of him, and Horst just wow. Okay, I'm not gonna say that he's gonna get held up, but I'm curious now what kind of pace Horst gonna have. I think that was George Roque who held up McCarthy. It was amazing how Horst just flew past those two drivers. And he's reaching the end of the first sector. Well, no, it's 5 tenths. And 1 minute remaining. So drivers who started their lap before the countdown. So except Tomaselli, I think everyone will manage to start another lap. But one thing is sure, we can see Holst and he finishing his lap. This is gonna be his last lap, and as I see, he's not improving. So if nothing is happening, nothing is changing, Vico Holst gonna take 14th place. Not way outside of the top 10, but not the best place to start from. 10 seconds remaining, and Thomas Anderson will be able to start another lap. Holst is finishing, not improving. Rogue stars, McCarthy can't, Ibobo can, Adventure can. The time is up. Bennett won't be able. Bennett won't be able to start a new lap. On the other hand, Farina is improving again. Farina should put this last lap really well if he wants some great results. Farina comes, and Farina is second. This is what I was talking about. The Italian comes up to second place, and this is why it's really important to put up a good lap either at the beginning of the season session, either of the end. The other driver is gonna finish the lap. Here we go, Caranti. That was a pretty bad lap from him. Also, Fakhrizane, the second person of the championship, but this is not seeming like anything good. Bruno de Barros either. Adam Wolf comes up to 9th. It's a good position for him. Julius is P15 only, while his brother is leading the race. That was Duncan and Caranti maybe. Then there comes Vedrinovic, I don't think, with any possible improvement. And the same goes to Zontag. Even though Zontag started off with a really good position, he gonna finish at 5th, which is not a bad position either. Anderson finishing his lap, and nothing. Same goes to Roke. And I think that's all the drivers. Yep, that's all the drivers. So Thomas Anderson is winning his last qualification here at DTM. Luca Foyna for a huge surprise comes up to second place. Then Jack Boyman comes at third, Jojo fourth, Felix Zonta fifth, Vedran Vervina sixth, Thomas Bell 7, Daniel Venture 8, Adam Wolf 9, Rivki Fakrzin is going top 10. Then Annie Paraki, William Duncan, David Kipro, Bruno De Barros, Jorge Caranti, Mateusz Turvey, Julius Anderson, Viggo Holst, Victory Bobo, Zachary Fitzwater, Lorenzo Tomaselli, and Chuck McCarthy are completing the whole field and completing the back row of the grid. So once again, I would like to thank you guys for following me and following the whole GP4 qualification from Paul Ricard. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. we are coming from the race. If we are looking at the GMT time at 7 p.m., hopefully I won't be sick once again, and hopefully we can be together. Okay, that sounded weird, don't mind it. So see you guys tomorrow. I was Miklos Guy as always, and we will see each other there. Goodbye.